Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sharing Your Journeys. I am bringing my good friend Sam back.
Oh my
So,
God, hi.
yeah, I'm so excited that Sam is here. And Sam was actually the fourth person. I literally looked back earlier on this morning. I was like, you were the fourth person to come on when this first started. And
Am I?
yeah, and I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
oh,
That was like a year ago.
I know it feels too long
So long
ago,
ago.
way too long
Yeah.
ago. So I'm just going to delve right in it and just sort of ask, like, how have you been and how is your hosiery journey going? Only because
Oh,
I've noticed, and it's like I'd speak when I speak to so many people, and obviously I definitely recommend you as one of my main pages.
oh.
And it was like you've grown so much, your
hmm
confidence, and even like when I post you now compared to when I first started posting you, so much has changed. And I just want to hear how it's been going for you since we last spoke, like a good few years ago.
So this is so from when we last spoke, which was like a year ago.
Yeah,
A lot has changed in terms of my personal life.
yeah,
For a start, I I, I graduated from grad school and moved to a different state.
yeah,
And that was a whole transition from going from
yeah,
academia, where I would say you have more time, even though
yeah,
I feel more free now
yeah,
that I did. But at the time, I felt like I could do more stuff, and by stuff I meant like things like dressing up, going
yeah,
out and about. Um, because when I moved to a new state now, to the new state in America, I felt like my dress up has slowed down because
yeah,
I feel like when I was in school, I dressed up every other week, but now I
yeah,
dress up only when I go see my girlfriend in New York.
yeah.
Um, and that's like once in 2 months. But
Uh.
one thing I felt, hi,
Oh,
so so this is Yama. She's also the big change that happened in my life. I just adopted her last September. She
hello.
was 6 months old, and now she's like a year old. Um,
She's
and now she's
beautiful.
she's really cute, isn't she? She has like a little bald spot on her head.
Oh,
She's so pretty. She's so cute. And now she's just walking around my apartment
yeah,
and
owning the place. That's what she's
yeah,
doing.
yes. But yeah,
Mm,
I felt like I only dressed up every so often,
yeah,
and but I think that maybe be for the better because
yeah,
when I dressed up in school, I felt like I was just dressing up for the sake of it
yeah,
and dressing up to just try to create content, which is such
yeah,
a bad motivation
yeah,
to to dress up. But now when I dress up for say it feels more special.
yeah,
More specifically, the last major dress up session was actually on my
yeah,
birthday week when I dressed up every single day, and that felt really good. And then the next, and that was October. The next time was December,
yeah,
where I did some casual things with friends, but that also felt really special. And ever since then, I haven't really done any big thing, and hopefully,
yeah.
I should be doing one next week because I'll be going to my girlfriend next week.
Nice.
So, oh, I am still trying to tap up an outfit or two. I have not prepared
Yeah,
for it. I mean, I've only pulled up this outfit last
yeah.
night.
Oh, bless.
um, but yeah, dressing up has been slowed down,
Yeah,
but at the same time, I felt like each every time I do dress up now, it feels a bit more special.
yeah,
And not doing it for the sake of doing it
yeah,
or not doing it for the sake of trying to stay relevant on
yeah.
Instagram, which is a very bad hole to fall into. Which I
Mm.
found myself doing that, and I'm like, what if I just don't post for a week, or don't post like 3 times a week, or just
Mm.
post once a week, and like it's not gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I get that. And it's really funny actually. I was having this conversation with one of my friends earlier, in the sense of, because I went through that, in the sense of, obviously the brand is always different, but in terms of like my blogging and everything, I went through phases
Hmm.
of I'm only dressing up to now create content, and it was just it's like, and it's what happened before with my old account. It became a chore. I no
Oh,
longer loved it. It just became like, oh, okay, yeah, here we go. And it's me, I mean, I don't know about you, but me personally, you know, when you look back at those photos, you know you're not feeling it, you know you could
yeah.
do
Hmm.
better. You're like, oh, really? Do you know what I mean? Like, no one else could see it because they just think, yeah, you just look amazing. But you know, when you know yourself and you're like, this isn't me. This, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this vibe. So I totally get that. Totally get where you're coming from with that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel it doesn't feel genuine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
post and people liked and people go, oh my god, you look amazing. And exactly as you said, you just don't feel it. You're like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. But but you're not really feeling it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and it kind of I feel like I felt like back then it was more of like I need validation from
Yeah. Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm glad that I've strayed away from it. Um, and now just doing it
Yeah.
for myself because yeah, when I dress up now, it's I
Yeah.
just dress up just for myself. I don't
Yeah.
dress up every weekend. Um, I dress up when I feel like it, and that's it.
Mm.
And oh God, don't do that. um, I was gonna say something. Just if I feel like it. Yeah, so I don't know. So I don't know if you noticed, but lately a lot of my posts are just from like old shoots that I keep bringing
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the same outfits over and over, but just different poses, different
Yeah.
locations.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And I think I'm at a point where I'm sort of running out of those of
Yeah.
those
There's only so much
of
you can post, and you're like, oh,
yes. Yes. And now I need a new
yeah.
I need a new source. So hopefully next week should be
Ooh,
fun.
and I'll be excited to see this. I'll be excited to see
Hmm.
this.
Yes.
No, that is that. No, it's amazing to, and do you know what? It's really nice to hear. You know, the your honesty in that, in the sense of, and especially when you said like, you know, you in a sense kind of did it for validation, which I know is a very big thing to a lot of people, especially
Hmm.
when it comes to hosiery and their journey, and they're trying to sort of kind of make that little crack into the sort of big wide world and be like, yeah, you know what, I want to do this for me. And so I totally understand that. But you know what, it's so nice to hear the fact that you've kind of transitioned from you doing it for validation to now like, I'm owning my shit, like I'm doing
Yeah.
it for
Hmm.
me. And you know what, it's really nice to hear. It's so beautiful to hear the fact that you've now done that, because I know so many people that are still stuck in that, and it is
Hmm.
quite hard to hear, and you think, well, what can we do to, you know, as a community to help push that? But then at the same time, I do know it's kind of down to that person as well to try and break that barrier and be like, you know what, we've got to get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, yeah, that's nice to hear. So
Hmm.
okay, so another thing that I did want to ask about, so obviously I know you got a girlfriend, beautiful girlfriend, so I was gonna say, what does she like?
Wait, is she here? Oh yeah, she's here.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, oh, sure, I'm looking at that picture right there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
and I was gonna say, like, so, tell me a little bit about that. Obviously, if you're happy to talk about it, like,
mhm, I'm more than
how
happy.
she, like, how your sort of relationship is like, and the dynamics, and you know, how obviously you both kind of first came about,
Mhm.
and do you know what I mean? And
Oh
having those conversations about Hoja, because I know that's a very big thing for people.
yes. So I think I'm fortunate enough um to have a girlfriend that is very supportive. Her name is Chi, by the way. Chi. Yeah, she is super supportive when I
Yeah,
brought up um like, hey, I like wearing tights because I think they look nice and pretty. They go,
yeah,
and then she went, cool, yeah, I think that's nice. At the time, it was new to her,
Yeah.
but she had the open mindset of
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, just do your thing and see where this goes. And it went from just me lounging around in tights at home
Yeah.
to her giving me, the support. And when I support,
Mm.
it's not just like, oh yeah, yeah, you can do it, you can do it. It's fine, no one's judging you,
Yeah.
because obviously that's also very helpful. But support in the sense that, and a lot of people struggle with this, is wearing tights outside.
Yeah.
I struggled with that a lot. But just having her around me,
Mm.
it feels safer because when I go outside by myself, well, back then I saw that all eyes were on me, and
Mm.
that's a big problem that a lot of people have. Um, and I got super nervous about it. But when I walk with her, I felt that she's only paying attention, like she's the only one paying attention to me and no one else, and I can pay attention to her and sort
Yeah.
of cancel out all of the noise
Yeah.
around me. And yeah, she gave me a lot of from support to things just like general fashion advice.
Yeah.
Like, I think you should try this. I don't think you should try this
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
not like suit your body.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because it's good to have a yes person all the time, but also it's also
Yeah.
good to have yeah, that does not fit you. You
Yeah.
should not go for it. Don't spend $70 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's just been my personal photographer this whole time. So most of the non-mirror pics you see is just taken from her, and you
Oh.
could see how much she's grown as a photographer as well.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
from the beginning, it's just like I stand here, she stands here, take
Yeah.
pics. It's so awkward. I looked back at those pictures. It's so awkward. I hated
Yeah.
them, so I just archived them.
Mm.
So I just hid a lot of them, but eventually that got better. And now sort of she knows my angle. She knows which side do I look great. What pose doesn't work. What pose does work.
Mm.
And she's really she's really supportive. And her along with my friends is, I guess, the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, a lot of people have indeed asked me, hey, so how do I bring this up to my wife, my girlfriend, or someone I am going to date?
Yeah.
How do I bring this up to them? Because I don't want to turn them away. I just say I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know a lot of because it just depends person by person.
Yeah.
It depends on your partner, and obviously depends on how you bring it up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I talked to this person once. It was a bit strange how he approached this problem. He was like, "Yeah, if I met someone, I would just straight up tell them that, hey, I like tights, and if they don't like it, they'll just walk away. If not, then it's fine." I'm like, but one thing you have to understand, it's like you shouldn't open with that. That shouldn't be the first
Yeah.
thing when you approach someone because the chances of them turning you down is a lot higher than if you just talk to them normally
Yeah.
first and then like go into that.
Yeah.
And the miscon the misconception, not really misconception, the image, I guess,
Mm.
of tights being a fetish thing
Mm.
is is um is what gets people. I think for a lot of for a lot of people, the reason why they have issues bringing it up is because they associate it with a fetish.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, if I bring up tights, I bring up a fetish. But in some cases, yes, that is the case. But in some other cases,
Yeah.
it's not. Like I I wear tights because they just make my legs look nice. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like it hides a lot of the flaws on my
Yeah.
legs, and that's why I wear them. And when I bring up
Mm.
to to my friends like, hey, I wear tights, or would you like to wear them? I'm not doing it for like the fetish
Mm,
aspect of it. I'm like, hey, I think you should try it because it does make your leg look nice because it does to
yeah,
me. It does
yeah.
for me. So yeah. So I
Mm,
cannot give a concrete advice. I mean, I can't give. I'm not the person to give you advice on how to have difficult conversations. I do not have the qualifications. I felt that I'm just lucky to have
yeah,
someone who's open minded enough already
yeah, yeah.
and have friends who are also open minded um,
Yeah.
to talk to these to talk about these things with.
Mm. No, I get that. And it is just, you guys make the most cutest couple, honestly.
Oh,
Honestly, you do. But you know what? It's so, I always say this, it's so nice to see the fact that like you have got someone that supports you and loves you no matter what you dress like or what you look like or what you're into, as long as you know the fact that like they are open-minded about it. It's like, yeah, it's like how you say it's not always a fetish like how people think it is. It is just actually, do you know what, it's just something that's a part of me, something that makes me really comfortable. And yeah, and the other person's either going to be like, yeah, of course I'm going to accept you how you are, or no, do you know what, you're not for me, and that's fine. That's
yeah,
completely
right.
fine. So
Mhm.
yeah, no, it's nice. It's just nice. It's just, yeah, it just makes me smile how much you have grown and how much, it's like your confidence has grown. And I remember you were going through a phase of like growing your hair and cutting it and everything. It
Yes.
was just it was just so
Hmm.
beautiful to see like all these different stages. And yeah, I didn't obviously know all the pure ins and outs of everything, but
Hmm.
just from an outsider looking in, it was like, yeah, do you know what? You see some real growth. So
Hmm.
it's just, yeah, so much fun being part of your journey on
Oh,
Instagram, honestly.
thank you. Hmm. Yeah, that was the
Honestly.
biggest change too. Yeah, me cutting my hair. I
Yeah.
I used to, I used to have longer hair, and I thought that I would only look good dressing up with long hair.
Mm,
And when I first cut it, I'm like, when I first cut it, I'm like, I don't think I can dress up anymore because
yeah.
it doesn't look right. And gradually I start owning it. I'm like, it's fine. Like the
Mm,
hair shouldn't the hair shouldn't make the outfit.
yeah. Yeah.
Though that being said, I wouldn't go dress up with a freshly cut hair because it still looks a bit weird.
Yeah.
Because for me, my hair is still my character. So
Yeah.
if I have not a lot of hair, then it's like okay.
Yeah. 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 I
um,
get that.
yeah, but this hair is at the length that it looks good when I dress up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, cutting my hair, I wasn't sure how Instagram is going to react. People are like, oh my God, turns out you were a dude this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which is surprising that some people still some people when they text me, some people are still surprised that I'm a man. They're like, how are you doing, baby? I'm like, I'm a dude. I'm a man. They're
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah. I've
I'm
seen
like,
it on your
how do you
stories.
right? Like, how do you not know? I'm pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious that unless, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I know
mean,
I've seen it a few times and I'm like, huh?
yeah,
Huh?
right. Yeah, like I mean, I guess I do have well, I I do poses really well, I
Mm,
guess, but but it's like me dressing up now. If I take a picture of me dressing up, I would pose in a specific. I guess yeah. I guess when I if I dress up now, I go
yeah,
outside and I pose. There will be a different aura for
yeah,
me wearing just like sweats and going to the gym.
yeah,
Um, and I think it's the aura, which is a good thing that I have the aura, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not what you think I am. So yeah, stop.
oh
Yeah.
God.
Hmm.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, it's quite funny when they do pop up. I do enjoy seeing them sometimes because you think, oh wow.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
like by this point, so when I post these things on my story, I'm not expressing like, oh yeah, this is so annoying, it's like so bad. I'm not. I'm just. I actually found it. I actually find these pop-ups pretty funny.
Yeah,
Like when they got creepy, like, hey, can you? I really like your tights. Blah blah blah. Some fetish, some like some weird feet comments or something.
yeah.
And I just find it funny. Like it's because it's funny to it's funny in a sense that, well, actually, I don't know why it's funny. It's just funny.
No,
It's
it is, because it is just you do it, because I always sort of see it as like, how do people perceive you when they like message you? Because it's like,
that's what I thought.
yeah. And it's like, because it's like there's sometimes where it's like when I post like buyer leg fees or like reviews and stuff, some legs are bloody stunning. I absolutely love them. But then there's people would like DM me and be like, oh, I love your legs. And I'm like, you do know it says buyer reviews. Like you can tell when it's kind of
Um,
my own because like look at my background. My background's always the same
yeah,
compared to,
yeah,
and you're like, and they will have such a conversation thinking they're your legs. And I'm like, no, like, why are you
yeah,
here? Like, what
yeah.
do you want?
Right? I know. Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
weird. Like,
Some people are funny. They're funny.
yeah, yeah, at this point, I don't know if they're just trolling or they're actually like that. Like, are
Mm,
these people finding relationships in real life, or
yeah.
like, do they talk like this in real life? Apparently, well, I can't speak for all peeps, but one of them, apparently, he doesn't talk like this in real life. He just
Mm,
talks like this online. And I mean, I mean, good, because otherwise, I mean, I wouldn't want to speak to you in real life.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like some people are just pretty comfortable behind the screen, and I think I'm at that point where I sort of stopped replying to them, or I only reply to them when I feel like I want to be entertained. Like,
Oh
okay,
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
does this person want to say? What does this person have to say? And whatever they say, it's probably gonna go on my story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that. I
Yeah.
get that.
Mhm.
I do get that. Because I'm a bit like that now. Now it's like, luckily, I mean, like, touch wood, it stays that way, but I've not had anything. But then even then, it's like when I do get something pop up in DMs, and I'm like, okay, do I want to entertain this? Do I not want to entertain this? I don't know. How do I feel today?
Yeah, right.
No, I get you.
Sometimes,
I get you.
yeah, sometimes I'm just like in the middle of work and stress is coming in. I saw a text, I'm like instant block.
Yeah.
But sometimes on the weekends, I'm like, you know what? Eh, I'll see what this person has to say
Yeah.
and just entertain myself for like 30 minutes and then leave them on red.
Like, I'm done now. Bye.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Um,
I
and
get
by
that.
entertaining, I don't mean like give them what they want. I'm just like trying to pick out like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
logic behind what they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
okay, or like what are you thinking? What makes you think I'll do this? What makes you think that I'll do this for you? Someone has the audacity to, oh yes, so is this so one of your girlfriends on your Instagram account? I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, what about her? She's like, oh, can you connect me to her? I'm like, no. No.
The audacity! Oh my
I
god!
know. No. I'm like, no. Like I am at a point where I don't tag friends on my posts
Yeah,
anymore. And
yeah,
sometimes if I do have them, I would usually like try to crop our heads off.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, because I mean creeps be creeping, right?
No, it's true. It's so
Yeah.
true. Because it's like it
Hmm.
used to happen a lot on my old account before I made it just purely blog and business. But it was like when I would like for instance go out and I would just tag my friends in, about, oh, you're having a night out. The amount
Oh my
I remember
God.
I did it. We were out just one night, just having a couple of drinks. This is when I used to drink, and we would go out barring and stuff. And I'll tag me and be like, "Oh yeah, you know, whatever, standard post on stories." And then literally within 5 minutes of tagging them, I would be sitting next to them, and they would have 50 requests come in, and like they were like, well, literally bless them, they had to be like, I've got to put my account on private now. I can't have my account public anymore, because if
Oh
you tag
no.
me in, everybody's seeing my stuff, and it's all these random people writing all these freaky comments, and obviously they've got family on there. They're like, well, who the hell is this, you know? And it was like, I'm so sorry I caused all that. I had to literally stop doing it, because there were so many people who would just
Mhm.
follow all the people I'm following. And if I'm tagging anyone, they'll be like, right, I've got to go add them, see what they're about. And it's like, can you stop? Can you just chill? It's like, why are you being so weird? Just stop.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I have a separate main
Yeah.
account for friends only, which is private.
Yeah.
And there are some people who tries to, you know, follow the account. I do accept some follows if, like, I've talked to them like several times on
Yeah.
my desktop platform, and they are pretty normal. Then I would accept, because I know that they wouldn't just drop weird stuff
Yeah.
when eventually I do sometimes post desktop pictures on my main.
Mm.
Um, yeah, and and some of them, they're nice people, but some of them have profile pictures that I would not like to see pop up on my comments,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, I will have to delete that comment real fast.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah,
I
I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, yeah,
I would text them personally. So, oh, thank you for the comment, but
yeah.
thank you for your compliment. But in the background, I did remove it, because yeah, it's not a good thing where you post like I don't know, like a friends thing
Mm,
on your main, and then this person has like feed in the profile pic
yeah,
comment like, oh my god, y'all look so cute. I'm like, no, go away.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Um.
get that. I get that.
Mhm.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm literally realizing the time now, because obviously we've only got limited time
Oh,
remaining. But
oh
I
no.
know,
Okay.
seriously, this is why I had such a good time talking with you. Like, it just sucks because time goes so
I
quickly. That's
know.
the only
Hmm.
thing. But honestly, it's like I just want to, one, thank you for coming on once again,
Of
and
course.
just giving us an update as to like how you're doing and how you've been, and just
Hmm.
and the fact that you're just doing so well. I think that was the main thing for me, is
Oh,
just to tell the world how proud I am of you, and how, just to tell everybody how well you're doing. Since if they don't follow you, then it's like, I'm telling you now, he's doing bloody great.
oh, thank
But
you.
yeah, we'll definitely have to kind of like have you on again, and we'll. I like this. I like chatting with people. Yeah, I feel like you've got to come back on again at some point, and just
Yes,
remind me of
we
other
should.
stuff, like what's going on and whatnot. We'll
Hmm.
have some really good hosiery talks. Yeah,
Yes, we
yeah,
should. Of
definitely. Oh, definitely. But yeah, it's just, no, just, yeah, honestly, just sincerely, it's just a really big thank you from me,
course.
just for being here, and just, thank you for your time, and
No,
just
of course.
doing what you do. And it's just so lovely to see, because even when I do speak about you to other people, and it is just like, and I always say how much you've grown and how far you've come. And it
Oh,
is just like, especially when they've seen your photos on, like, on my brand account, they're like, yeah, like I remember you used to post Sam quite a while ago, and like, look at Sam now, and it's like, yes,
oh yeah, right,
yes,
yeah.
totally. So it is just, yeah, it's nice. And plus, I
Mhm.
always kind of push people your way to be like, oh, trust me, follow Sam's journey. It's pretty cool. He's
Oh,
really cool. Honestly, you're
wow.
gonna love it. So yeah. So no, thank you so much for being on, Sam. I really
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much for having me, though.
Oh,
Thank you so
anytime.
much.
Anytime. And do you know what? Oh my God, next time, right? If only if your obviously girlfriend would allow it, it'd be really cool to have you and her on
Yes,
as well. Actually, just speak to
mhm.
both of you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be really cool. But yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it
yeah.
will be.
Plant the idea.
I will.
And we'll have part three ready. We'll have part three coming up soon.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, but thank you so much, Sam, and take
Of
care for
course.
now. Mwah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.